Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, this is the NFL on EA Sports. The new Nissan Stadium events of the Cowboys in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. So we're set for the NFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw football. That's something I can do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when that body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert off the play action. And he's got it. 1, 2, 3. In the area for a loss of 11.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game up to them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there like that.
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to rock and benefit this crowd with them. That's what they got after them.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. And they'll look for defensively. Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the balls.
That's into a crowd intercepted. To the bottom of this chickens. And his guys are going to take over at the 3-3 line. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Taylor there leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Taylor has been his perseverance. Daniel's didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working in his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. As they still pass the trouble, and he's only around deep into the 13-yard line. And that's got a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down of a 21-yard gain. Tannehill. Line time to his left. This 11 yards short. Nice picking of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw again on 2nd down. Time. Anthony Fritzer. They're underneath the ground. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
You got to figure out why the goal line. This is where tight end earns his money, the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
How about it? Up and going. And it's now the same if they're After one 7-0 on EA Sports. McCann's got it teed up. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. But here's a shot that's taken in. That's Hanging Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Herbert is setting up to throw on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. It'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. And this one's going to be incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 35 or less, we have to be able to convert. Now, I guess every team would say that, Charles, but opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. Let's see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine that would be the. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So they're going to tell the team, if you can. If you can play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone else to the line of scrimmage, but be running on the flash on the socket. It's going to for again.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. On 1st and 10, Tannehill forced out to his left. He's inside the 30. He's going to have the 1st down as they move in the field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. Right. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Well, you need the pressure right. Well, get this down to the 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. That's not even a touchdown line. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Is that much as probably good football? That's basketball. As good as you're going to get. Score. Force a punt. Score again.
Yeah, both drives were impressive. The opening drive was that. Last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit. And try to get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point right down the middle. It's now 14-0. Scoring Saturday through Joe Drive. And it was finished after the 10-yard touchdown scramble. McCann's got it teed up.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? And they see that happen, but it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's got a man. That's King. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, Herbert throwing it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They're not able to look up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Herbert throwing again. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. 3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy now after the holding penalty. They have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Circling with that one in there, no gain, and it's 4th down. Here's Tommy on that, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we've reached half to that. It's a try this time. Get right back to it. Titans will be looking to get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded right around the 80. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much harder as he's dropped it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. Right now, the Titans are really well.
Given 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Tannehill dancing to his lap. Lost the football. Tannehill loses it and picked up on the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to around 27. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I think that with that point in the game, we're going to reach for the football. We have the possible. You're going to hit the coach's turn from the 7 yards. Tackle it. Second guy in and tackle the ball.
2 yards, the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after him. They're not giving up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught to the ground. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return for more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try to pick up the first with Edna. And he's going to have the Chargers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They found a way to convert on 30 inches.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock. It lets your offense catch its breath. And lets us exhale a little bit. Now, expect them to double plays in the hallway. So they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
No, it's Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, but they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
On that defensive, only a 2-minute draw. The big key to make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you have a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here's Kinley on 4th down. Zimmerman for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kinley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a toss play there it is. The trick is he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy that's the speed can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to put the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
And the Titans are able to cover the football. From there, they certainly wanted that when they needed it, but I didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, hope is not lost.
It can deep for Julio. And this is taking out the. So it's made this touchdown. Jones. 36 yards. The Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know, he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had coaches back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And it's one of your turkey ball games, isn't it? Just on chip.
It's now 21-7. McCann's got it teed up. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers down by 2 touchdowns. 1:12 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, and second down. Now Herbert. He's got Eckler. They get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. It'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Chargers got a signal for the first of their timeouts. As a stopper with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 8 coming up. Herbert. Jackson with a catch. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. Very short game. Herbert to throw. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. He's not able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert going to throw. Showing 18 seconds now to go. Jared Cook, the tight end, is the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing Herbert. There he comes with 1 complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. Yeah, it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. tonight from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's a special prime time edition of Chicago on EA Sports. We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a deal in store between the New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. 16, that's about. That holding call set them up with not great field position.
No, it's up to the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it. And it early, how do you do right there? Is it going to bury him in the backfield? He'll go as a lesson on the game's first play. Second down. Now Jones. Oh, well, now he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get Millie there as it sets so much better for third down. Throwing Jones. Complete. So the defense ain't going to get it from field here in the front. Got to be effective on some downs. This is one of the captains. Defense is trying. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Dixon, the punter, is home as he sends it away. Kirk now, the return man. A good kick that time, also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Cardinals were in field position to start this drive as that take over first and 10. So out come the Cardinals and their offensive great starting field position. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray. That Kyler Murray on the side, and that's why it opens up your bit. But I should draft even more plays because this is my best dual threat quarterbacks in the league. And a true playmaker. It washed out of the pocket. It might even be more dangerous. The next step for him will be able to throw a high and deliver from the pocket. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets it 8 yards closer for third down. Here's Murray. It's completely going down back a little bit, but hold on to it with a nice play defensively, and now brings up fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. Zach almost gets to the tail. Nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards first down. There's Murray. Flush to his right. Now his hands. Now slide. Right. That's the cross. That's the right. Shut down. It's outstanding. Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own and it worked out.
I love the moment they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that. And he beat him all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by a trader, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 days. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown won by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's second down. Back to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. This past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. From the gun, Jones. Now Jones is up. He must have done it. Doesn't got it. Got it away. And I'm something that skipping skill. So the defense versus the double, they get the score. The guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands to try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He's singing in the shower post game. Crater ought to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 15-0. So not only the clock fell, they got picked up on the other side, the scoop, and the screen in the return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had Jones not going to pass out. Now this is a cut by the Cardinals. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Gotta find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
And they'll come out with a 3-tight-end look on the first play of the drive. Following that fumble recovery, it's Mogan. 9 times left. But they throw it out just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted a little for it. The decision of Dillon was picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the script. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Murray gonna throw.
Looked at me update down to my kindergarten teacher always said, if first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, again, with him in check. He'll be covering him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and he accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
And I don't think there's a big adjustment, but watch with emphasis on making sure they knew where it was when he decided to take off and go.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Well, the second here, flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over for the penalty?
Didn't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball on the end zone on a takeaway, take the points again, maybe.
Looking for an extra point. It takes the score 20 to 0. After the touchdown, now here's Prater to kick. Pettis now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A final shot before break. Jones. The middle, it's incomplete. So we reach him. Yeah, was on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former #1 overall pick.
Get this first as the second half gets started. Chase Edmonds going to take it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 efficiency. Ready to go with their next drive and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to pack up this game. Well, just doing my jump ball. This is clever. 36 yards at the play.
We see this happen so often out here that vendors are watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Flushed out right. Looking down for Jones.
They've been trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Trying to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get out.
Going deep for Hopkins. This is taking him at the foul line. And with me on the balance. They're able to convert on third down. That sets up the first and goal.
You had to figure they took a shot downfield on third and long, so they'll take shake even to bind no permit. Who wants it more? Those are reception of their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of you?
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they'll try to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Again, they'll throw with Murray, escaping the front. Yes, second touchdown. Cardinals down the order and jump after the front head and drive right down the field to extend the lead. Credit there goes to that black line.
Yeah, it certainly does, because for that big resistance, there's no fewer at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, I thought, right back, very fast, and in a hurry, and took it in the end zone.
Second, of course, and that moves them back 5. Certainly no gimme here on the PAT. They're backed up now to a 42-yard extra point drive. And that is off the left. It's not good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Jones in trouble here, and there he goes. Chandler Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. Not leaving with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And the Cardinals going to use another time. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run forward backfoot. And he will be very close to the 1st down. But I saw it first and 3. So this stops down. Jeff, he will not shoot the NFL on EA Sports. That run forward backfoot is going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. His throw here is incomplete. Gavin Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Jones, that is incomplete. He was looking for Gavin Ingram to tie in. But now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. It's a double team, but it's intercepted. Catching it, the Super Bowl for here. Not to Bucket. They're losing 5 yards or so. Return, they get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Being chased out left. He's got it. He got it. Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it's still bottoms away. And Franklin, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards. Complete on a deep ball. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. On the 3rd seat. Touchdown. Continues. This is a team that takes the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this plan. Not fighter to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just added on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And one attempt for the touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin the next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it will be incomplete. This time has one out. Please football game. So as I move here, those Cardinals, tell you what, Charles, we might be out. What is against them? This can fact.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. Like that, the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do.
It's the National Football League. There's no stories. To see matchup Montana between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Richie James on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Richie James. And finally, he's out of bounds, but how about that return? All the way inside the 20 red zone. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
Athletic, accurate, strong arm, knows how to make something out of nothing, and is also an excellent leader.
So for the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo, needing the pressure right. And it's got a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Often to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a method for the game. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to talk with these great receivers. They have such great body control, but they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, Captain,
close the chalk. So it's a touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo taking the yard out. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone, they do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Simba Webster. All the returns leads to the 2. It's going to be their first opportunity with a football. Having been a long-time starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009, it's Matthew Stafford.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much as football got in the way. That is some inconsistency. Watching him evolve as a quarterback, he gets better and better each year.
Game of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down to Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And Stafford now throw. It's not to work. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. I'm to return it. He can't get him down. A nice run back there off the good punt, and it's a 16-yard return. And the Niners are going offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive with Montross. They'll go down. They'll sack him on the ought to be the top play on this first quarter. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack on 1st down, he's let go on the line, deep left side. 154. Yes, it's caught. Here I catch. That's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After 7-0 on the Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And they work this near the 5, and he stopped at the 6. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a...
That's good play. Zone touchdown for the Bears. Ross dwelling. The grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Opposed to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends and running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play mid-field dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer to all 3 of those positions.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return comes Webster. And now a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There's still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score and get a net return.
And he was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, Stafford. Was incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This return left right. Uh-oh. Stop the ball. So got it going away. And the 43, so down inside the 35 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford jumps into the saddle, falls incomplete. Let's see if this is off. That's up the guard, David Edwards. They're back up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stafford. Over the middle, it's all in by Cup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop them with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. Stafford going to give the Akers on the draw. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop them with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Stafford. So it's going to be good.
This man could start a field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it for 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, it's 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now listen, now no kick from 50 plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome, you'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Just throw, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And point down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Steps in. He takes swallows down again. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, none of the type of plays that can focus on defense goes. We double triples, and that's right. There's the rest of themselves that I can get to them. But it's not going to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try to turn around their fortunes.
On the return comes Webster. These guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't as strong as the first halves. And for them to start falling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting them to this deficit. You can't have 3 minutes, and that's about to get a long time.
The Jackson then down there. And it's 3rd down. They'll run a draw now with Akers. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. It'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Take him to the 36. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe for the 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Lines up and lets him go from Samuel. A fight throw. This is caught. It's caught again. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to be even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Prime time to his left. Now he's going to touchdown, San Francisco. Jerry Garoppolo. And 2nd touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return comes Webster. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked in with the backfield. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Oakers. Man, he'll get about 3 as he takes his up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start. See this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
First seeing completion on 1st down, and then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It just seems like all game long, there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They had to go through with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position, being chased out left. This is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's going to throw it. It's so caught. The 6. And the 3 guys are going to be set up in a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started up following the turnover, and they're taking no time working their way down the short field. The next connection there, and now we're looking at a 1st and goal.
So, 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try to stop any time they're running.
Yeah, so it's the chalk into the end zone. It's a 40-yard touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return comes Webster. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride. That's
all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't really see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
to see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and inches, Stafford. Fletcher gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get at the chance. It's intercepted. Ran in with Farley, put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. So the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it bad. because that's the money zone. Getting into the end zone, but not your cash.
Connection to Terra and to the lead. Just 14 seconds down the final couple of plays here. Garoppolo looking to throw. Throws that to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away, following the touchdown. On the return comes Winston. They'll set it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play? Your offensive line.
I know, because now it's not going to
Rams set to. He's going to go deep. Let's take this game. This game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that, and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step. And it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody. Thanks.
From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is football on EA Sports.
It's close, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. A decent return up to 207-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throw is Wilson. He's got Herndon. His time in. He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. It'll be 2nd down. And the gun, it's Wilson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And shot him through the tackle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Everyone involved in the passing game, you know, for those great mismatches, don't answer your guys out in the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now, this one continues to Corey Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now, the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This is taking in one-handed, one catch. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Wilson will throw again. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Right down at the 32. He lost 2. Brings up 4. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as he'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3-point. Now, it's not the silence that's found. The multi-time, but the steam out of them at the time.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Back final attack him down at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll step with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that. And 2nd to go.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's it away. It falls down incomplete.
Nice play going, forcing incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs, if you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from that.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get your feeling they keep making plays like that, they'll not just do it for you.
Yeah, don't you get one? Defensive teams fall right from my marches.
And that was incomplete. While the coverage excellent them downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. And Zerline's catch is good. And we'll tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal, 3 of their own.
I like that. A little tennis on.
Oh, you like to mix it up with sports, yeah?
Get crack a forehand backhand, make it a backhand. What was the return?
It was a backhand.
Yeah, that
really
is
good.
it's a nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So we hit just like that. On we head to half number 2. Second half, running the ball, 2 field goals to combined output in half number 1. It could be first touchdown wins. Good starting field position. And this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think the Papa just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to call it, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play them close to our best in the first half, so you don't have to go and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football, then win one for us.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first. On 1st and 10, Prescott flushed out right. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the conclusion downfield, but the way this game is gone, with the field of runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He turned that into a nice game, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott, bottom side to his left. Guy's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Oh, he looked up to a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they aren't going to go for this thing on 4th down. Being traced down to that. As a second. Gotta turn it. Like McCarthy took the game to the down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. So on the middle, and it's incomplete. Donald Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson, and his throw is incomplete. So Charles, tie game here for your Chiefs as we continue to play the second half.
I know people think it's always trying when he says the same things over and over, but they're trying to true in the game of football. Who's going to block it? Who's on time? Should have counted. So Wilson's going to go.
Parsons, caught in the drop count. It's at 8, and it also brings up 4th. There's the Jets cover down. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. That is going to do it for his 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky though, there's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they'll give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs. I know last series, and because they did so, That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe get a point again in a similar situation.
And say maybe makes that offense feel good. But when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that is some things look at, but if you the next time you have the ball, right?
And this one down here, the 20 line, just shot her the 20. Boy, they're big plays here. This one going for 29. Now Prescott. Flushed out to his left. Yeah, he's blocked out just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's blocked down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. To throw, Prescott. Escaping the pressure run. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboys touchdown. Cooper there the ground. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, that's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have left enough a little bit more time off now on the other sideline and start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence and say, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give the advantage.
Certainly all good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. They'll kick it away. On the return, Coley Valentine. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time is a factor, but it's not a huge factor like it, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now it's a chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. There's the execution. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third short. Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Tillman. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. He didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to give them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throw here, Prescott. Now we let him go on the line. Deep left side. Ball contested ball here. That's going to be. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Prescott to throw. It's going to go line, but it's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to
touchdown in the final seconds. That's just about what camera on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all the zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. It's up and good. Makes it 17-3. The drive is only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. But it's in zone, it's Colin Valentine. Well, in this one, part we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff ended.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battle when we go to the end, you know. It didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but it still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gott. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington. Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We've had a driving rainstorm that gets right through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon in Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Between the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. This one taken just inside the 10. And your return is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense on the field. They'll be led by their veteran quarterback. He's been in the league for a while since 2005, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL, and at this stage in his career, when he lacks a big play building, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
Fitzpatrick, Rattling Chum. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick under pressure, they get him again. That's the second on now. Boy, not this to start a ball game. That's twice in a row now, Charles, if they get to it.
You know, we talk about offenses that operate with a script to begin games. Those are good defense have their script together offensively, and their script set put the quarterback down. and do it fast.
A real letdown defensively. That was third in a bundle, but they allowed the conversion. The mid play has it all the way out near midfield for first and 10. The first time Antonio Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Fitzpatrick, it's 12 incomplete. The intended receiver at timeout, Humphreys. Third down here. Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Wade on it away. The set to return it is Deontay Spencer. And this is going to be rolled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The former Missouri Tiger Drew Lock will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just pull him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it. That is a perfect thing.
That is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Dancing to his left. In the room at the 30. And the time was past the 30. All to go and out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. It's across midfield inside the 55. Yards there on the scramble and gets him a first down. Now Locke. Buying time to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Branches deep. That jump ball. This is caught. Now the Broncos are going to be the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Locke. He wants the football that's out. And it's Washington. Don't get him. Maybe that flies by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you carry that football, grip it too tight on the rim?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out, and that's all. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. But you got to find a good balance. Carrying it firmly, and at the same time under control.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's getting it. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So we've hit halftime of what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As now, there you have the halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Forecast calling from north to saying the rain set to continue as we're underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's outbound to the 20-40. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things moving forward?
It doesn't change it a whole lot.
It's got Cortland Sutton, 77 yards. And the Broncos on one play have taken the lead. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase, and if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points help it go. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And it takes us near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Out there, set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, this game is all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
I mean, they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now, they might start to feel like they've got to play catch up here and start matching it point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And this throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Now Fitzpatrick. And his throw here is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's third and long. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And now this way down deep in Denver territory. A huge kick to 40 yards of the third conversion. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick is going to flip one out here to his running back. But he's tapped inside. It's before he's out. Now, see, they moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. They'll try one first and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it. For the third down action. It's the Colors are coming on. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on the EA Sports. Arias and Washington touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick taking it in for 2 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I'd have to say, well, I'm a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the rushing touchdowns I would expect on quarterback sneaks, but here, he found all his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team, to see a veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, no.
And that's return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. But whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And this is jumping. He's looking. That's really serious.
This drive's going to have a field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Blocked to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Lock. Steps away to his left. And it's a touchdown. Joey touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so Like never kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking for special teams now if you kick off. And then in defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime for over a minute, in the NFL, there's a chance. Extra point from McManus is good. That makes the spot 13-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to take it away. Steven Sims now on the return. And maybe tapping just shy of the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them a touchdown the last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared to make those encounters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Time for his other reception. And get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's Fitzpatrick. And Jeff from away. He's checking down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in the game. It's an incomplete. Took his shot. Couldn't get out. And so that last play, it means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Incomplete with 9 seconds down, showing all the clock. 2-minute drills, they're tough to pressure packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you made, but the elements still exist.
And they go because Hiller's going to wind up incomplete. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot right away to the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Bounce and incomplete. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense, a couple of faults in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done now. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
And that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver. Right. Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. It's the NFL. On a warm and sunny afternoon in the great state of Massachusetts, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to see switch up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Because out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback or former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton. Now Newton on first down.
And many people are having difficulty building on something that Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
Now he let it go on the run, deep left somehow. And this is Jones. Oh boy. A chance for a big play early that he could not secure it. Throwing on third down. Newton. Behind time to his left. That big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting yards there on the scramble and gives him a first down. Throwing is Newton. Being chased out and he's taken down inside the 30. Running open downfield, he keeps it himself for 11 on a first down. Back to throw, Newton. Forced out to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield, led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On the red zone now, Newton. Flushed out right. That's up. And so from Patriot touchdown. Newton. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Phillips. And it's now the 7-0 game. A drive that time, 6 plays, and the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. Barely now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. There is two at a time by rolling, heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And for the much success he had, nice passer efficiency rating by a mile. He's a guy that's had to share the trackers at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Takes this to the 27, give him 40 yards. After 7-0, all the news sports. Gaskin again on second down. It's also third down. Now 2. Out into a sea of defenders out of the south. Kept up by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll take over inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. So CD, his very first pass of the afternoon, intercepted.
But I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? And passing through, let me send an interception because that's right. There are defenders out there. I feel different when there's a lot of guys out there chasing the football.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. What's the football? Yeah, this is picked up. Turnover there. It's good. It's going to get the flip on back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Boss security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They'll talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you. No matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Tua. His throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, maybe you see him, right? Tua sets up to pass it. Now, pressure goes down. Just inside 10. That's totally signal. Get the motor, keep them down. And Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first ball will come from inside his own end zone. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Out to trouble on the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On first down, Newton steps away to his left. This one is incomplete. So a costly penalty yardage-wise is out from the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're
touchdown, Patriots. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime.
But that's the thing that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's say they decide to kind of sweep kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. They will not give them a big cut right before they have the exit point.
Phil connects on the extra point, and that'll have the score over 14-0. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, then we'll line up to kick this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. So we've reached halftime. Just the third quarter. No problem. Let's do it. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Here comes Quinn on the return. And they'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people are thinking the Eagles passing the ball more, but I established a running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to do all initially. So he tried to get something out of me by jumping up to running back. Unsuccessful.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. Back to the this is Howard Wilson. And he's going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. On first down, Tagovailoa. It's complete to Fuller. You need only about the length of the football here on second down. They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the line, here to Wilson. Now he's got another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Now Tua, give him 12 yards there. They do Tua.
As I say, this game has exactly been one for the Bucs. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner game.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. New England trying to get a place on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Newton's going to throw it. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but did not reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. Line time to set. That'll get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to put it at first and in the timeouts. As of yet, we're just under 90 seconds remaining. Now a first down throw for Newton, eluding the pressure line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Newton. Being chased out left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's like evidence there is that looking for 15 to the first. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. That was touchdown, Patriots. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the pass pretty well killed here in the 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, no, it's unnecessary. His receiver won that route rolling, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on and score a touchdown.
Extra point out and good by Phillip. And it's down 21-0. That time, a 6-point drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailing in to kick it away into the touchdown. The return man is Grant. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for Bride.
Some people like to do that. I said they were talking for a guy that was huge. And somebody said, George, what do you want to call? He just waved at me. I'm like, who cares? He's like, oh, yeah. Just something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end.
He went for that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. This one. So the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of the 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now, folks, the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone to the pick six. So they'll get another shot on it. It's following that pick six. That kick is away. Grant sets to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Miami set to take over. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the book if you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game that's more frustrating for you.
See if they go back to base. 18 big yards on that one. They got Miami first. These guys, it's Mike Gesicki. It's finally at the 7.
Well, that's something you have not to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
They're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having trouble in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
From the absolute shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you gotta like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort. I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew. I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on News and Sports. The Patriots winners here at home, as we say so long from Foxborough. Today, from Carolina, North Carolina. Yes, not national. Well, final weekend of the summer. I hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And we're going to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First down throw, Darnold. And his first pass is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down. Here's Darnold. Let's throw and complete. He was looking to get down to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up third down. Darnold from the gun. It's DJ Moore. He's going to hit the Panthers. First down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. This throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. Now bring up second down. Again, Darnold. It's McCaffrey. Yeah, they get to it after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 30.
That's the best part is designed for us specifically, but they got these progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early to open drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him more to the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap from Darnold. Got his name complete over the middle. That's Noah.
Rookie general manager Bruce Brandon, the train wreck's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running a lead for people.
And it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's more. The Saints going to come in first in their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before they'll be in a 3rd down. Throwing again is Darnold. He will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. Now we need action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they'll take the lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they're playing well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Well, now how about this return? Deontay Harris. Touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards, and the Saints have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they hit it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points
And raise you.
6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
In these wet conditions, the point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again after the kick return TD. Here's yet another kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. That brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Strong in big play. David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The Saints say, so here are the Saints now, starting field position. So he let out by the number 1 pick back in 2015 out of Florida State. Jameis Winston tries to deal down. Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns that the center is accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result. He's going to let it go deep from the end zone. But it's incomplete. Took a ship to the command. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jameis to throw it. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15, shot the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Banana. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Winston. Steps away to his left, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown for New Orleans. Jameis Winston. As the first half is winding down, and the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that's kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they have a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kicks away. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground and run that clock. Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Darnold. That's now the timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Darnold. That's set up the screen to McCaffrey. He slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they're calling timeout. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. At 2 times constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Dennis Collins is saying the rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Solid return, pretty good field position, and start at the 32. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Dancing to his left. They're now deep for Thomas. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. Touchdown. New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 68 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
One of the Cardinals defense said, if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
What's good on the extra point? And the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made for the fastest drive you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. From the 10. Being able to get this out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. And now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Looking for a Christ, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, and the incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Harris returning. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will take home with a 1st down and 10. Now on the field comes New Orleans. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, on your one play drives, exactly what you want on offense. But you have to be careful is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That he's going to do it. This to the action. We'll return more to this. This is the NFL. And it's on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now, getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run. He is tough to bring down Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game, and as he played baseball at Florida State too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks spraying in to those baseball fans. That's the football. It's the 10 to 11 yard line, and that's when the return stops. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I mean, you've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Try to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offensive now.
How do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you're trying to do. Really, as it works, maybe try and find special troubles already in real times. Maybe try and set the bell and get things don't have excitement here.
It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. Jonathan, he goes down. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Darnold. It's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As this old green remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they looked at 12. That's not too long. Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you play man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play in football.
So this one ain't for New Orleans. It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte. From Hill in Pittsburgh. This is American football on EA Sports. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, and Field. It's an NFC North matchup between the Cleveland Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. He coming rounds on offense with a Baker backfield before another left overall pick at cornerback.
I was interested in the run up to the draft to different scouts. I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down Mayfield, crash, happy go lucky, plays the same way, fairly restrained improv. The first 6 minutes, and sometimes his own coaches produces plenty of bad odds. What do you think of that?
Only a couple of them are there on the game's first play and setting down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up, and they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Well, the Trainers take a look. We'll step aside. Yeah, man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pick up there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's across the 40 for the extra yards to the cover 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Going out Anthony Schwartz. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's the Steelers. Yeah, it's picked up by the Steelers. It's there going back until a 31-yard line. Here the Steelers making their way out into their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
We talk so often about his physical attributes, the big thing, his name, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. He's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty tough. Good.
Following a fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to tell the shot right around. It's coming. It's a tough one. And they do finally get right back to the 6. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. We're scoreless after 1. It's going to keep it off for a Steeler touchdown. Touchdown. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had a huge play to get down here to the goal line, and then they run out. And look at the defense. One about a chance to catch the bread.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going. I think we just saw that there. Something there was after the matter.
It's all down against the point. That was the Super 7. Gentlemen, I check it for the touchdown. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
They always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you get an empty possession, tuck the ball away, get yourself set into tough defense. But when you turn it over, that changes momentum, and when they take it down here and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession.
Right. You're hungry to get back out there, but
you better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Mayfield there for the 50. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before Bates puts it down, second and right at a yard. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his coach created by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target. The coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And finding the time holder. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll start them with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Mayfield. Flushed it with him. But a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a good yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Tarkey is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to be on.
That's the matter, right? With the flag, that's good. Got points, and now as you saw, they got something to build on. So get ready for the second half.
Football coming out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And lead seconds on the clock. Really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now he's not going on. Deep left side. The 34. This is So we reach intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll see, I'll jump over halftime. So time for the second half as the students have the lead. They'll also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. Football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Putting the coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
Getting the running game going a little down low because I thought the first half, those Indians moving around, they had success throwing it. I think these first couple drives, they'll get their popping backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that they've got a lobby for them in the locker room at halftime.
That was going to let it go deep back over the middle. And it's not like it's in for it. Getting picked up to 38. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect points, teams trying to extend them.
Now working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. A gain of 6 there on first. And that is going to do it. For this third quarter of action, you are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Matt Roethlisberger being chased down the left. And he's on. Touchdown, Steelers. Roethlisberger is second touchdown. And the Steelers are in their lane. And he certainly played a pivotal role in those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
But sometimes all about winning, because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing, he's contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's your point. Good through the house. This is done. Swallow a kick it away after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And they'll take it a yard or so past the 20, coming up to 21. The Browns drive about to get started. It's up to win games if you go field goal. They got field goal last time. Well, they got a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now, because as you noted, the field goal.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to football as well. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Mayfield. Throwing once incomplete. And he's looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now will be 3rd down. Here's Baker. This time he's going to get the buck up. It's complete. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. And be taken down, but not before he gets into the enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. It's set by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Treasure Watt. A lot of pressure. Yeah, the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That's the final stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield to throw. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Kansas. Every turn comes to him. The 50-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap me up with no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL. That's absolutely a dominant performance and one that you can done.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. Or maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, ducking up should have done this.
And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. Now the Browns signal for the second of them timeouts. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist up first and goal. Meanwhile, here's a shot from the end zone. It's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, its intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Roethlisberger gonna throw it. So now he's gonna take it on for a stick. Touchdown. And Roethlisberger taking it in from 2 yards out. The Steelers cap is on the short field as they take it in for 6. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this one, you know very well, those are to come back. They're becoming even harder to come back as years go by. Or
it's in that control, so it doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Extra point, they got brought a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's up to the team now. That's coming in. That's touchdown. That's one. I keep it for the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And they're getting up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take in the next week?
Sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to go.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, their defense really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. Excellent.